Hey guys, we're here at SHOT Show 2025 at the Lone Wolf Arms booth with Ryan.
Hey.
Pleasure to get to know you a little bit, man. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talking about their new Timberwolf pistols, specifically the 19X variant that they sent me. This is gonna be a great overview video of someone who really knows the product well. So I'm gonna kind of hand it over to you and you can run us through, the Timberwolf line, but a little bit of a focus on the 19X I think would be good, all right?
Yep, my pleasure. So Lone Wolf, if you weren't aware, we've been doing it in the Glock game since the 90s. 1998. So we're Lone Wolf Arms now, no longer Lone Wolf Distributors. You might be familiar with this guy. This is the Timberwolf frame. We've had this for, feels like decades now. So before it was called the LTD, we decided to kind of let it die and then resurrect it as the complete Timberwolf pistol. So it's now got a new slide profile on it as the complete pistol, but you can still get it in all the different flavors, your 19s, your 17s, and the 19X. So it still has all the features of the Timberwolf frame. If you don't already know, you should get to know because you'll love it. So we have two interchangeable back straps. This one is the more rounded back strap. As seen right here, it's off frame, so I will pull it into frame. There is the slim back strap as well, depending on your palm size. Fun fact, inside of the back strap, there is a little compartment for a 2032 battery or Necco wafers if you're diabetic, but
I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Fun fact, pop it off, take a look. So it does have a mag well, which a lot of people like. It not only gives you a physical barrier so you're not pinching your hands with your reloads, but also helps to guide the magazine. We all know how a mag well works. Beaver tails are one of my favorite features on these frames. If you got meaty mitts, you're not gonna get slide bit because you've got lots of coverage here. So our Timberwolf pistols will come with our EFT trigger. That stands for Enhanced Flat Trigger. So this trigger is obviously, as the name implies, flat. It's got a 3.5 pound connector. I've not met one person at SHOT Show this year who hated this trigger. Everybody loves it. It's got about a 30 to 40% reduction in peak force for reaching that break.
I can tell you, I love it.
I really appreciate that. A lot of people are liking it. As far as the actual frame goes, it does come with a Generation 3 slide. However, if you wanted to play around, throw a Gen 4 on there, that's easily accomplishable. If you weren't aware, the Timberwolf frames have an insert for Gen 3, Gen 4 conversion. So you just take a flat bladed screwdriver, pop out that insert. Now you can run a Gen 4 slide with a Gen 4 double recoil spring right in there. Bob's your uncle, right? So you've got the undercut, obviously. Everyone's familiar with an undercut. Gives you a nice purchase. You're not gonna get that Glock knuckle right there. That's one of the very common concerns that we've heard throughout the 2 decades of plus business we've been doing is eliminating that friction right there and reducing that injury known as the Glock knuckle.
What about your grip angle? Because that, I think, to me, is the most standout part of the grip itself.
Everyone doing grips for Glocks knows that a more vertical angle equals a more happier customer, more ergonomic, and a more naturally pointing frame. When your wrist is going like this, yes, you can train to learn to shoot to compensate for that, but we found that increasing that angle, making it more vertical, close to like a 19 degrees, is just more naturally pointing for the human hand.
Yeah.
So that's what we've implemented across our Timberwolf frames.
I totally agree. When I got this a couple weeks ago, can I grab that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I couldn't, so I have, I say God grab my hands from the girls pile. They're really small, but they fit the 19X frame perfectly between the mag well and then that 19-degree grip angle.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel big. It doesn't feel like a Glock 17 length in my hand. It feels like it was designed to fit my hand, and it points so much nicer than my Glock 19 that I carry every day.
Yep.
And I end up oversteering it because I'm used to rolling my wrists to compensate for that angle.
Correct.
But the more I dry fire with this type of grip, the more I'm sold on just how much that little bit of change makes for the way you present the gun.
Awesome.
It's amazing.
Yep.
Is there anything else people should know about this? Price point, availability?
Yep, so the complete pistol is $699.95. We do sell the frames individually if you wanted to build your own. So you can get the frame bare with nothing in it, no guts, for like 80, 90 bucks.
Ooh,
you can get the frame with the trigger and all the guts, completed frame for, I believe, 150, 160 MSRP.
Cool.
We do obviously offer, like I said, the 19, the 17, the 19X, and then I guess the 49 is what you'd call it, where you have the 17 length slide and the 15 round magazine.
Yeah, whatever
of,
Glock numbers are these days.
Right, the opposite of a 19X.
Yeah.
And then coyote color as well.
Everything you want out of a Glock without anything extra fancy, and just basically all the right parts.
Yep, the sights are night vision sights. They make it for us. So these are gonna be suppressor height sights so you can co-witness with your optic. Does come with a optic cover plate if you don't run an optic, you'll have a nice sexy metal plate on there. It does have our these new profile barrels, very accurate.
Excellent. I think that's about it, man.
Cool.
Well, hey, thank you for your time. It was great to learn more from the experts, and looking forward to getting this on the range.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.